What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 7 of our Leeds United career mode. Quickly going to show you where we currently sit in the league. We currently sit in 7th place, just behind City and Chelsea. Not by too many points, by about 3-4 points. So it's not the end of the world. We are able to catch up. And there is the rest of the league table. Jumping into our first game, we take on West Bromwich Albion, who start with 5 at the back, with 4 in the midfield and 1 striker. Now we get to have a look at our starting 11. We've got Meisler in goal, Ayling, Denier, Koch and Dallas at the back, with Phillips sitting in the midfield, Rafinha, Click, De Silva and Costa, and Rodrigo up front. And there is our starting 11 and substitutions. Moving into the first opportunity of the game is being created by Costa down on the left hand side, crosses it in and it manages to go off in to the goal from one of the West Bromwich Albion players as an own goal. I think it was Ivanovic, but a beautiful cross from Costa to find the West Brom centre-back instead of finding one of us, but they managed to put a beautiful header into the back of the goal to make it 1-0 Leeds United. Click is creating another opportunity for Phillips, who is managed to push his way through and get a goal from a beautiful half volley into the back of the net whilst he was taking on one of the West Bromwich Albion centre backs. Beautiful finish from what you will see later will be our new captain for the club, because Ayling is bought by Burnley, I think it is, and we'll play Shackleton at right back as our starting right back. But beautiful goal from Phillips. Another opportunity falls to Rodrigo, who manages just to calmly and carefully put it past the West Brom goalkeeper to pick up the the third goal for the game to make it 3-0. Beautiful run from Rafinha and a beautiful cross from him as well, just to find Rodrigo and just to place it into the bottom left hand corner. West Brom get their first and only opportunity in the 67th minute, which was an easy save from Meisler to put it behind for a corner, but they get nothing from it. We get another opportunity and it falls to Roberts, who's in the middle of the box and puts it in the middle of the goal and makes it 4-0 Leeds United. There's no way West Brom can come back from that now. Roberts came on not too long ago to give Rodrigo a rest, because we don't want him to get injured or anything, because he is our star player up front. But beautiful run from Costa and a beautiful finish from Roberts. West Brom get another opportunity, but doesn't really do anything, as the game is coming to an end just right here. Could have possibly got another goal, so I'd class the referee as blowing the whistle a bit early, because we're still pushing forward to get another goal. But great win, we take the 3 points from 4 goals and a clean sheet for Meisler, which is really good to see. Next game, here is our starting 11, and then we'll move on to our substitutions. We've still got Ayling at right back, he hasn't gone just yet. And no changes in the midfield, and we still have Rodrigo up front. Can't play Jack Harrison in this squad because we are playing his home squad, Manchester City, so he is left out and Summerfield is replacing him on the bench, but he is definitely making his way into the first team as we look at the Man City starting 11 and substitutions. First opportunity of the game comes in the 30th minute, where Sterling gets through our defence, get a shot on at Meisler. Meisler saves it and pushes it back into the path of another Man City player, which was Gundogan, and Gundogan obviously is not going to miss from an open goal there. So Man City 1-0 against Leeds United. Could have been better on the defending there, Denier and Ayling, but it's Sterling. You're not going to be able to really stop him that easily. But great finish, and we're loving this broken game. EA, look at that. I'm the manager and I'm wearing my team's kit. We managed to get an opportunity in the 57th minute, which it was an awful header, but great play anyway. Another opportunity is coming to Rafinha, who is pretty much free on goal. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. He nearly messes up the opportunity, but he manages just to get the final touch to put it under Henderson to make it 1-1. As we just see here, he nearly got caught, and that's when he takes the heavy touch, but he luckily manages to get his toes on the ball and put it into the back of the net to make it 1-1. Henderson probably should have covered the goal a bit better than that, but he probably thought he had the ball straight away. And there's the glitch again from EA. I love that number 99 in green and red. Through on goal again with Shackleton at right back. He's pushing all the way forward, has a shot, Henderson saves it, but it falls into the path of, I think, Costa. Costa was on the right hand side, who manages to pick up the second goal for Leeds United to make it 2-1 and to give us the lead against Manchester City. But a beautiful run from Shackleton, considering he is at right back and he is looking really promising, which was why I was not afraid of selling Ayling. And there we have it. We win 2-1 against Manchester City. Big shock for everyone, but we managed to take 3 points away from this very hard game. Ake didn't get a play, which I was really surprised, and he probably should have actually started it over some of the other centre-backs. Okay, we come out of that game and Harrison has been pulled from being one of our players because we didn't play him enough. I would have loved to play him in the Man City game, but obviously it's his home club, so can't play him. So we have managed to buy him back on a transfer, so he is officially Leeds United player, and he is definitely going to play a bit more, but it's annoying that now we have to get him back in the development to being a centre mid. Move into the FA Cup game where we take on Palace. Wickham gets the first goal in the 51st minute, so it's taking one whole half for anyone to score. Next opportunity falls to Mr. Phillips with his second goal for today's episode to make it 1-1 in the 65th minute, and that is how the game ends. We move into our next live game for you against Brighton. Here is their starting lineup with their 5 at the back. They currently sit near relegation actually, so they're going to be pushing and pushing for everything they possibly can right now. And there's their substitutes as well, and they are playing Matthew Ryan in goal. They previously didn't in our previous engagement. Here is our starting 11. We're seeing not many changes here. I think we've got Harrison is actually back on the bench for this team, and we will see him come on at some point. And Ayling is still at the club, and Morpay gets the first opportunity within 10 minutes and manages to put it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 Brighton and Hove Albion. We're seeming to get complacent at the back. We're not closing down players. Like, we had someone on him, but they just didn't push him quick enough. I think it was Denier, and he was just like, I'm just going to leave him, he's not going to take the shot, and then into the back of the net the ball goes. It's just unlucky. Meisler's doing a great job with the players that he has in front of him. Our first opportunity of the match falls to Rodrigo on the edge of the box and has a beautiful shot, but Matthew Ryan saves it. And we're still in the lovely glitched Leeds kit as the manager, which is not cool. Next opportunity is coming and it's going to be a save from Meisler beautifully, but they shouldn't have got through so easily. It's where our defenders are just not putting pressure on. They managed to get a penalty which is put in the back of the net, and we can't really do anything about that. But it was a stupid penalty to give away, but they took their opportunity and buried it in the back of the net to make it 2-0. Click is pushing through into the box and manages to find the goal in the 81st minute, but I don't think we're really going to get much more from this point. But at least he's pushing forward to try and find the goals. Doesn't seem like the rest of our team really cares, and they thought it'd probably be an easier game than it actually was. But it's now 2-1 in the 81st minute. Brighton and Hove are going to get another opportunity just before the end of the game, and not much comes of it because we managed to just close it down and get rid of the ball. Brighton and Hove take the 3 points from the 2-1 victory they get over us. So currently we sit on 6 out of 9 points. Not the best, but could be worse. But defence needs to sharpen up considering Ayling goes. Here's our replay against Palace. Hopefully we'll get a better result. There's our starting 11, and there's Palace's starting 11. Not many changes at all for anyone. So let's see who comes on top this time. We get the first opportunity falling to Rodrigo in the 22nd minute, who puts us 1-0 up. The next opportunity falls to Rodrigo yet again to go 2-0 up against Palace in this FA Cup replay. And the third opportunity falls to Josh Da Silva, who puts it 3-0 and pretty much puts the game to bed in the 90th minute. So we win 3-0 against Palace in the replay, which puts us through to the next round of the FA Cup. Here is our next game, number 4 for today, and this is our starting 11. We have Dallas at right back and Leif Davies coming in at left back. We got Vencedor and Harrison coming into the midfield, and we got Rodrigo up front. And we get to have a look at the Sheffield United starting 11. They got Verips in goal, and then they got their 5 at the back. We struggled against Brighton and Hove. I wonder if we'll struggle against them, but let's hope we don't. And there is their starting 11 and substitutions. First opportunity has fallen to Rodrigo in the 30th minute to make it 1-0 Leeds United. Beautiful link-up play to begin with to find Rodrigo in the middle and for him to put it into the back of the net. Beautiful team play. Well done, guys. 1-0 Leeds United. Second opportunity being created by Rodrigo, and he has been saved from his second goal by Vrips. Very good save, but great run from Rodrigo to get rid of the Sheffield United defender, and a great save. Just before we go into half-time, we managed to secure our second goal with Vencedor getting his Premier League debut goal to make it 2-0. Great debut for the young centre mid, and it's definitely showing why I bought him in and doing a lot better than his price tag actually shows, because he was really cheap. But great finish, cross goal, and hopefully he will be able to wheedle his way into the first team once Click retires or is bought by another team next season. Third opportunity being created from Rodrigo, who hits off the upright. Then Harrison gets the second attempt, and Rodrigo manages to put the third attempt in the back of the net. At least we got the third goal. Shame we didn't get the first goal, but we finished it at least, and Harrison nearly picking up his first proper goal for the club, even though he had some great goals when he was playing for us when he was on loan. But great third finish from Rodrigo to pick up his second goal of the game. Bamford's going to get an opportunity since he's come on to try and get a goal for him, but he's not going to. He does a really bad volley to the left-hand side of the goal. To be honest, he should have finished that. That would have been quite a nice tucked away bottom left-hand corner goal for him, but showing you why he deserves to be on the bench. Can we save this penalty? The answer is no, and we lose our clean goal streak, with DePaul taking his first goal in the Premier League ever. So not very good for us. And that is the game. We finish 3-1, and we take away the 3 points from this game, and Sheffield United only get the consolation goal. Not the best result, but at least we got the win, and we are still wearing our kit, which we love to see, EA. Moving into our final game for today's episode is against Tottenham Hotspurs, and this is their starting lineup. This is probably the second hardest game of the episode, and considering we beat City, I think we might have a chance in winning this game. Gonna move on and have a quick look at our starting 11, and then our substitutions. Got Miles Shackleton because Ayling has been sold. Phillips is our new captain. Rafinha, Click, De Silva and Harrison in the midfield, and Rodrigo up front. And there is our substitutions. We've got Grot as our spare striker. We get the first opportunity being created by Dallas down the left-hand side. He manages to find Rodrigo, who takes a touch and then volleys it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 Leeds United. So we've currently got the upper hand in the first 8 minutes, which is really good, and very lucky to actually get that goal. As if the Spurs defender had actually touched it, it would have just not gone in at all, and we would have still been equal. So great that he managed to get the first touch. Harrison making a run down the left-hand side, manages to get the ball taken away from him from Bender, but he wins it off of Bender and manages to put it into the box, who finds Rafinha, who clearly finds the bottom left-hand corner to make it 2-0 Leeds United. We're looking like the stronger team by far, but we shouldn't get cocky. We need to now defend or even pick up that third goal to make sure we're not going to let this game slip away from us. Beautiful volley. Looks like it actually takes a deflection off one of the defenders to put it in the goal past Gazzaniga. So a little bit unlucky, but great goal. Moving into the second half, Spurs get their first opportunity with Kane making a run through onto goal, and he's not going to miss from there to make it 2-1. He managed to take our defender out by playing the ball back. I think it was to Ali, and then Ali can just easily play that ball through to him, and he looks like he's off, but I think we had Dallas keeping him on just on the left-hand side there. But they played beautifully to score that goal, so they definitely deserve it. And they've been putting on the pressure already in this half. Their next opportunity comes from Højbjerg playing Doherty through, and Doherty manages to get a cheeky old touch to get it past Meisler and put it into the back of the net to bring it back to a draw of 2-2. But this is showing you that they're pushing us right now. We need to get the goal and then just sit back and defend. We can't let them keep pushing forward. We need to get the winning goal against them. But a beautiful finish for the right back. Just coming to the end of the game, and they've managed to pick up the third goal in the 88th minute, with Heung-min Son getting the first goal for him today to make it 3-2 2 with less than 2 minutes left of the game. He's going to go give Jose Mourinho a hug, but we should not have let that goal in. Just look at that. I know he makes a great run, and he just, again, Denier is not defending him properly and does not follow him, but he shouldn't have scored so easily. Meisler should have had that covered as well a little bit quicker, but it's showing you we're still not that good in the league, and we're going to keep losing some games we've been dominating, and they pick up their 4th goal at the end of the game with like 1 minute extra time left. And again, it's a defending issue. We haven't defended well enough to stop Son running through, and then we just can't rely on Meisler to make the saves where our defenders can't defend. So put some goalkeepers and maybe some centre backs down in the comments, because we really need to improve upon this. Like left backs, I think I'm going to try and get Sessegnon in on loan, because Spurs don't really seem to be using him, so if we can get him on a loan to buy, that would be great for us, because he'd definitely jump into first team there, or even like Rico Henry. So we'll just have a quick look at where we sit in the table. We still sit in 7th place, so not much has changed for us. Liverpool have pretty much won the league at this point. They are ahead by like 7 points, and then we'll look at who's at the bottom. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like, a comment about any centre backs or defenders or goalkeepers we should buy at the beginning of next season, or if there's like any young talent that you think we should bring in, because I'm looking at getting a new striker. Wingers we seem set on, and centre mids. I want to know if you think Ward-Prowse would be a great option for centre mid to replace Click, because we really struggle with players that can get up and down. But yeah, just let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching. Ta-ra.